Horo Ruby, Blackguard's Corner, and on the outside is Gail Ludlow. Set and ready. They're off and racing, the trotters, and out wide on the track, the best out, Gail Ludlow. And it's taken a fly to go to the lead, followed up by Hades Rocket. Going up on the outside is Blackguard's Corner, and just through the middle now we've got Tahuro Ruby. So as they go past the judges' line, the leader Gail Ludlow up by about 2 lengths now. Breaking up in the trail is Hades Rocket, going around Tahuro Ruby, and last at the moment, Blackguard's Corner. And Hades Rocket still galloping ahead of it. So round the turn out of the straight, they run just over 2,200 metres left to run. And the leader, Gail Ludlow, up by about 1.5 lengths. Running second to Horo Ruby. There's a space of 5 lengths back now to Blackguard's Corner. And after that early gallop, Hades Rocket's gone right back to last. Into the back they run. And they raced down past the 2,000 metre mark. And going around to take over now to Horo Ruby. By 1.25 lengths, Gail Ludlow second, 2 to 3 lengths away. Back in third spot is Blackguard's Corner. And there's a gap of 8 lengths further back now to Hades Rocket. Off the back they run, and the qualifying time for the trotters, 3:39.4. And out in front at the moment by 2, to Horo Ruby. The filly by CR Commando's up by about 1.25 lengths. Running second, Gail Ludlow. 2 lengths away, back third is Blackguard's Corner. Closing a bit now, Hades Rocket, only 2 lengths away. They race past the 1,600 and round towards the straight they run. And the leader still is Tahuro Ruby, out by 1.5 lengths. Gail Ludlow, after leading early, gets a good trail behind the leader's back. A couple of lengths further back then third is Blackguard's Corner, and Hades Rocket still at the back of the field as they race down through the straight. So they come inside the 1,400 metre mark now, and the leader still is Tahuro Ruby, up by 2 lengths. Gail Ludlow getting a lovely sit behind the leader's back. They race down past the judges' line with a lap to go. Then a couple of lengths further back third is Blackguard's Corner, and 2 lengths away at the back is Hades Rocket. Round the turn out of the straight they run, 1,100 metres left to go in the trot, and the leader still is Tahuro Ruby, out by 1.5 lengths. Gail Ludlow in the trail, the filly by Bryland Boys has had a good trail. And then back third is Blackguard's Corner. Hades Rocket, the only mistake maker, broke in the early part, sitting at the back of the bunch and about 6 lengths from the leader. Down the back they run, and they have just over 800 metres left to travel. And clear in front now by 2 is Tahuro Ruby. Gail Ludlow second, 1.5 lengths back, Blackguard's Corner. Hades Rocket broke again. They race down the back straight now. And in front is Tahuro Ruby. Out by 2 lengths, followed by Gail Ludlow. 1.5 lengths back is Blackguard's Corner. And there's a gap now to Hades Rocket. Off the back, 500 metres left to run. And the leader travelling nicely. Tahuro Ruby up by 2. Then we've got Gail Ludlow trying to make ground around the outside now is Blackguard's Corner, 400 to go, and the long way back to Hades Rocket, but Tahuro Ruby will swing for home in front with a handy lead, and round the corner for home, out by about 2 lengths now, then running second, Gail Ludlow, just battling now Blackguard's Corner down the straight. Tahuro Ruby running on as Gail Ludlow, but Tahuro Ruby still in command. Gail Ludlow's coming stronger. Here's Blackguard's Corner. It's found another gear and it's coming down the outside. They're 3 abreast, but out wide Blackguard's Corner's moved up and hit the lead. And Blackguard's Corner got home to win it. Tahuro Ruby second, Gail Ludlow third. And after a gap, the last to go by, after a couple of gallops, was Hades Rocket. Good run, the winner. Blackguard's Corner just seemed to be battling, turning for home, but it's had a renewed life, and it's come down the outside and it's got home to win it. Blackguard's Corner, the colt, 3-year-old by Love You, at a Donegal Flat, has got home to win, trained by Mark Smith and Bob Butt, the winning driver. The winner there, Blackguard's Corner, will have the official wrap of race 1 very soon. Result of race 1, the qualifying trot today. The winner was number 3, Blackguard's Corner. The 3-year-old black colt by, or bay colt it would be, by Love You out of Donegal Flat. Mark Smith, the trainer. Bob Butt, the winning driver. Number 2 was second, Tahuro Ruby. 4 ran third, Gail Ludlow. The 4th one was number 1, Hades Rocket. Now, the winner's time was 3:36 exactly. The second horse went 3:36.1. The third horse 3:36.2. And the first three bet at the qualifying time. The last half 62.8. The quarter was running 31.6. The mile rate was 2:13.6 with margins a long neck, a neck and 28 lengths. That's the official result of race 1. So coming up to the barrier, this is race 2. Unico Sogner in 1. Badlands Deal in barrier 2. Christian Lady just back a bit now as Badlands Deal. Comes in again. Fleet and Grin and Nth Degree. Pollyanna Blue Chip, Tara Delight and Black Isis. Just waiting for one to come up on the outside. Can't quite see what that is. There they go. They're off and racing. And the field away very slow. Badlands Deal has missed the start a bit. And one of the best to come out was Black Isis wide, and also out smartly to Tara Delight. They're the first two, and zipping around to third place now. They were followed in third place there as they sort out is going to be Pollyanna Blue Chip. And coming forward on the outside is Fleet and Grin. And then there's a gap of 2 to 3 lengths back now to Christian Lady. Now just getting back a bit behind those. They were followed by Nth Degree. And well back at this stage. Now we've got Unico Sogner. And after missing away a bit, the slowest away is Badlands Deal. Into the straight they run. And as they wheel in, Black Isis being joined on the outside now by Fleet and Grin. And Fleet and Grin has swept round to be the leader. Coming down through the straight, and now Black Isis has dropped over for a bit of cover, back third, a length and a half back. They were followed by Tara Delight, and then 2 lengths back then they were followed by Pollyanna Blue Chip. A gap of 3 back then. The next then is Christian Lady. Nth Degree was next, is followed further back then by Unico Sogner, and about a length and a half back to Badlands Deal. Round the turn out of the straight they run, just over 1,000 to go, and Fleet and Grin the leader, out by a length and a quarter. Fleet and Grin takes them into the back, and running second. They were followed by Black Isis, stablemates are 1-2. A couple of lengths further back in third place, they were followed by Tara Delight. And then we've got back fourth as Pollyanna Blue Chip. Christian Ladies in a gap of 3. And then we've got Nth Degree on the inside. Round the outside, Unico Sogner trying to improve, and well back at this stage is Badlands Deal. They race down past the 600 metre mark, and in front is still Fleet and Grin. It's a length and a quarter clear. Behind it, Black Isis, running to third now, making up ground strongly as Pollyanna Blue Chip. Under a bit of pressure to hold its place as Tara Delight, and it's only battling at the moment. Nth Degree, and coming around that wide out is Christian Lady, and well back then Unico Sogner. And Badlands Deal as they turn the corner into the straight. And the leader out by about 2 lengths at the moment. And going strongly, Fleet and Grin. Fleet and Grin was followed by Black Isis battling on Pollyanna Blue Chip. They've cleared right away from the others. But away in the lead goes Fleet and Grin. It's coming away to win it nicely. Fleet and Grin by about 4 or 5 lengths. And out of the post at Bolton, Fleet and Grin beat the stablemate Black Isis. Pollyanna Blue Chip was third. Christian Lady, and outside of that, they were followed by, the next then was Tara Delight, after a gap then to Nth Degree, and well back the other two, Unico Sogner, and outside of that was Badlands Deal. There's the running of race number 2, and this has been easy. Fleet and Grin, number 4. Fleet and Grin, an easy winner, will beat the stablemate Black Isis. And we'll have the official result shortly. Pollyanna Blue Chip would be a clear third. We'll have the result shortly after race 2. Result of race number 2 today, the qualifying pace. The winner was number 4, Fleet and Grin. The 3-year-old bay gelding by Grin from ear to ear. Regan Todd, the trainer and the driver. Most impressive winner, Fleet and Grin, beat number 8, and that was the stablemate Black Isis. 6 ran third, Pollyanna Blue Chip. ahead of 3, Christian Lady, 7, Tara Delight, and 5, Nth Degree, and 2 and 1 were the last 2. So we can tell you that the first 6 have all bettered the qualifying time. Here are the times to follow. Number 4, 2:33.8. Number 4, 2:33.8. Number 8, 2:35.2. Number 6, 2:35.6. Number 3, 2:37.8. Number 7, 2:37.9. And number 5, 2:39. The first 6 better in the qualifying time. Last half 58.3, quarter 28.7. Mile rate was 2:3.7. 7 lengths, 2 lengths, 11 lengths the margins. That's the official result of race 2. $2,000 metres for the qualifying mobile trot down towards the start. And Rocket's broken the run up. So the green, no, they've got the we've got an amber light here, so it's going to be a false start, is it? So these trotters will come round again since then. So they move down towards the 2,000 metre starting point for this qualifying mobile trot. The pair of them, it's a good line. Nearly there. And racing now, the green light flashes. And Rocket began well, and Love Struck Romeo just on the inside of Rocket, which is trying to cross. Rocket in front by a length, now manages to get over to the markers and leads by a length and a half. Followed then in second spot by Love Struck Romeo. The pair of them come out of the back straight, and clear in front now by 2 lengths is Rocket. Rocket for trainer Maria Periton. The mare by Sundon, leading by about 2 lengths, is followed by Love Struck Romeo. And this 2-year-old gelding by Love You for Anthony Butt running second with a trailing spot coming around the turn into the straight. Now the qualifying time is 2:42 and the leader Rocket. Rocket's out by about a length and a half, leads down through the straight, and Love Struck Romeo is back behind the leader's back. They race down the straight now, just over a lap to go, and the leader still is Rocket. Rocket clear by 2.5. Over Love Struck Romeo. They go past the post now with a lap to go. And the leader, Rocket, and it's out by a good 2 to 3 lengths now. Round the turn out of the straight they run, and they have just over 1,100 to go. Followed by Love Struck Romeo as they go round that bend and approach the 1,000 metre mark. They're on the last lap now. And the leader, Rocket. Rocket out by 2 lengths is followed by Love Struck Romeo as they go down the back straight the last time, and they have 900 metres to travel. And in front is Rocket for trainer Maria Periton, out by a length and a half, and Anthony Butt giving Love Struck Romeo every chance over in the inside now in the trail as they go down the back straight the last time. So down to the 700 they run, and it's Rocket by about 2 lengths at the moment. So Rocket the leader, followed by Love Struck Romeo. Off the back they run. They have 600 metres left to travel, and the leader still is Rocket. Rocket out by a length and a half over Love Struck Romeo. Down the side they run. Remember, of course, the qualifying time here, 2:42, and Rocket still in control. Rocket, the leader, now coming off its back now and trotting up on the outside strongly as Love Struck Romeo, and it's on equal terms now with Rocket. Not a great deal between the pair of them coming around the home corner, and Love Struck Romeo, those goes to the lead on the outside as they swing for home. Love Struck Romeo tried to come back Rocket, and they're head and head, stride for stride at the moment. Love Struck Romeo coming back strongly Rocket. Rocket back in front. Love Struck Romeo coming at it again. So down the straight, there's not a great deal between them, but Love Struck Romeo goes to the front, and Love Struck Romeo got home to win it. Drawing away the last bit to win by about 3/4 over Rocket, and that's the way they've finished in the qualifying mobile trot. Result of the qualifying mobile trot today: 1 beats 2. Love Struck Romeo, Anthony Butt the winner, beat number 2 Rocket. The winner's time was 2:39. The second horse went 2:39.2. So both of those horses were inside the qualifying time. The last half 64.3. The quarter 31.8. The mile rate was 2:07.9. And the winning margin was one length. One length the winning margin. So both of them inside the qualifying time in the qualifying mobile trot. And that is the official result.
Tennessee, and starting in behind them now is Miss Emily. So we're about 200 metres away from Dispatch here. Vanya Cullen right up to the gate on the inside. Mr. Liberty just hanging back a bit in the centre. Joy Patricia right up on the gate, as is Drive the Dream. This ain't Tennessee. And Miss Emily back on the unruly. So about 100 metres away from Dispatch. Vanya Cullen right up on the inside. Mr. Liberty drawn two. They're making a good line as they get down towards starting point. They're there now. They're away and racing, and Mr. Liberty came out running from the centre. Also out well on the inside was Vanya Cullen. Wider out on the track is the St. Tennessee. Just going underneath that runner was Joy Patricia. Two back in the field, then to Drive the Dream, and settling at the rear is Miss Emily. So sorting themselves out to positions now. The first couple of 100 metres, and the leader came out as Mr. Liberty that shows the way. 2 lengths over Vanya Cullen's drop back to get a nice run. The leaders back. They were followed 2 back in the field then by Joy Patricia. Another 2 lengths back in the field into the next runner, the St. Tennessee. The same margin back then to Drive the Dream, and Miss Emily can see them all at the tail. So they're about to work their way round the bend now and work their way into the front straight the first time. And out in front, showing the way out in front, it's Mr. Liberty and Sean Thompson out in front by about 2 lengths over Vanya Cullen. Running third the inside is Joy Patricia. They were followed through back on the inside as they race their way down through the front straight. The St. Tennessee still second to last is Drive the Dream, and back to the tail is Miss Emily. So down to the winning post they work, and out in front it's Mr. Liberty. It's single file the order as they get to the winning post now. Vanya Cullen running second, the trail with Joy Patricia running third. Fourth back on the inside then as they head for the bend out of a straight is the St. Tennessee. Getting back is Drive the Dream second to last, and still Miss Emily can see them all at the tail. Past the 1,000 metre mark they run, and out in front there's been no change in the racing order, and it's Mr. Liberty that's been there from Barrier Rise. Out in front by a length then over Vanya Cullen's had a nice drop. The leader's back. There's 2 lengths back in the field then to Joy Patricia. Back on the inside the St. Tennessee still second to last as Drive the Dream, and last of the bunch as they go past the 800 metre mark would have been Miss Emily. So down the back straight they run, 700 metres out from home, and the leader out in front going along nicely is Mr. Liberty. Back on the inside is Vanya Cullen, hasn't spent a penny in the trail. Running third the inside as they work their way down towards the end of the back straight would have been Joy Patricia. The next runner was the St. Tennessee, looking to come forward on its outside and break the line. Following that runner forward then as they're about to work their way past the 400 metre mark would be Drive the Dream, and 2 lengths away to Miss Emily at the tail. Up towards the quarter they run, and Mr. Liberty now being taken on the outside by the St. Tennessee. Back on the inside is Vanya Cullen waiting the Oldhurst passing lane. 2 lengths back in the field then to the next runner, Drive the Dream, looking to run on. Mr. Liberty now being claimed by the St. Tennessee. It's shot to the front. Getting out late is Vanya Cullen starting to rattle home, but out in front the St. Tennessee shot away about 3 lengths clear as it races up towards the line, and the St. Tennessee will win it nicely. Vanya Cullen got through to second. They were followed in by Mr. Liberty. Drive the Dream making up late ground, followed back then by Joy Patricia, and Miss Emily would come home at the tail. But no doubt the winner of the fourth, Robbie Holmes and the St. Tennessee, the 3-year-old Washington VC Rhythm Divine filly. She's won it nicely over the concluding stages. Vanya Cullen got held up a bit behind Mr. Liberty and has got home well late for second. So, result of race 4, qualifying mobile pace over the 2,000 metres. First was 6, the St. Tennessee, Robbie Holmes, the trainer driver. Second, 1, Vanya Cullen. Third was 2, Mr. Liberty, ahead of 5, Drive the Dream. 3, Joy Patricia, and 4, Miss Emily. The winner's time, 2:35. The second horse, number 1, Vanya Cullen, 2:35.7. So both those two sneak under the qualifying time. That the last 800 was run in 58.2, 58.2. Last 400, 27.5. It's a mile rate of 2:04.7. The margins 3 1/4 lengths, 3 1/2 lengths, 4 lengths. Dispatch. 2-year-old fillies over the 2,000 metres, qualifying time of 2:36.2. Right up on the gate on the inside is Better Off Without Him. Storm Maguire coming forward with Maritime Arden and Wider Shade of Pale right on the outside of the 4. So getting down before a start. Still just hanging back a bit, Wider Shade of Pale. They're just about there now. The Mobile pulls away. They're away and racing, and down on the inside, beginning well, would have been Better Off Without Him. Dropping back in behind it now is Storm Maguire. They were followed through then by Maritime Arden, and 2 back to the tail, which would be Wider Shade of Pale. So out in front, going along nicely, is Better Off Without Him. The filly by Rock and Roll Arden shows the way. 2 lengths over the next runner, Storm Maguire. That's a Better's Delight filly running second on the inside. Maritime Arden, a Sun Beach Somewhere filly, and back at the tail is Wider Shade of Pale, a changeover filly. So they're about to work their way round the bend and work their way into the front straight the first occasion, and showing the way it's Better Off Without Him. This well-bred filly out in front by a length over the inside. Storm Maguire running second. Third the inside is Maritime Arden, and Wider Shade of Pale from the outside can see them all at the tail. So working their way up the front straight, and it's running numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's Better Off Without Him that shows the way. Back on the inside is Storm Maguire. Running third the inside is Maritime Arden as they work their way down towards the winning post with a circuit to run, and still back at the tail is Wider Shade of Pale. So heading for the bend out of a straight, and Better Off Without Him and Ricky May show the way. 2 lengths over Storm Maguire running second. Third the inside Maritime Arden, and still Wider Shade of Pale is back at the tail end of the field as they work their way past the 1,000 metre mark, and still single file the order, and it's Better Off Without Him that shows the way. Out in front by a length back on the inside is Storm Maguire's had a nice run behind it. Running third is Maritime Arden, and still Wider Shade of Pale at the tail. So down the back straight they run, a bit more speed going on as they get to the 800 metre mark, and Better Off Without Him out in front shows the way. Still got a length to spare on the inside over Storm Maguire. Running third is Maritime Arden, and still back at the tail is Wider Shade of Pale. So working their way towards the end of the back straight, 600 metres out from home, and still bowling along nicely is Better Off Without Him. On the inside is Storm Maguire. Running third is Maritime Arden, looking to move away from the inside, and still Wider Shade of Pale at the tail end of the field, looking to follow that runner forward as they go past the 400 metre mark. A bit more speed now, and still Better Off Without Him. 2 lengths back on the inside, Storm Maguire. Going the inside is Wider Shade of Pale, and just to its outside is Maritime Arden, but the leader's going pretty well. Out in front by 2 lengths, Better Off Without Him. Trying to come off its back now is Storm Maguire, and going the inside is Wider Shade of Pale. They've shaken off the other runner, Maritime Arden, but on the inside it's Better Off Without Him, holding them at bay as they race up, and Better Off Without Him will get there all right, just to its inside Storm Maguire. They were followed in then a length to Wider Shade of Pale, and back at the tail end of the field when they crossed would have been Maritime Arden. But leading them all the way, Better Off Without Him, the Rock and Roll Hanover Mainland Banner filly. She's held off the challenge of Storm Maguire on the inside, and just in behind them, Wider Shade of Pale would be the third of them across, and the fifth, the 2-year-old fillies Mobile. We'll just await for the official wrap. So, result of race 5, the 2-year-old fillies Mobile, pace 2,000 metres. First was 1, Better Off Without Him. Mark Jones the trainer, Ricky May the driver. Second, 2, Storm Maguire, Crandell Giddy. Third was 3, Maritime Arden. Third was 4, Wider Shade of Pale, ahead of the 3, Maritime Arden. The winning time was 2:31.7. The second horse, number 2, 2:31.9. The third horse, number 4, 2:32.4. And the fourth horse, number 3, Maritime Arden, 2:34.8. Last 800, 56.5. Last 400, 27.4. A mile rate of 2:02. The margins 1 length, 2.5 lengths, 12 lengths. About 250 metres away from a start here in the 6th. Making their way in behind the Mobile Arm, bred to rules right up on the gate on the inside under the mark. Live at Speed, drawn 3 with Diamond Delight coming forward. Amazem just beside that with Ancient Moonlight and Hubie Hudson on the outside of them. So they're about 150 metres away from Dispatch. They're all right up on the gate, making a good line. Just Hubie Hudson hanging back a wee bit on the outside. But as they get down before a start, They're away and racing down on the inside, beginning well would have been Bred to Rule. Also coming out well in the centre was Amazem, and flashing forward from the outside is Ancient Moonlight. So Ancient Moonlight goes to the front over under the mark. They were followed back on the inside, 3 back Bred to Rule. Amazem just to its outside with Diamond Delight going underneath. Runners then was Live at Speed, and 2 back at the tail to the trotter Hubie Hudson. But the leader out in front showing the way is Ancient Moonlight. Out in front about 2 lengths clear on the inside then of Under the Mark, running second the leaders back. Third on the inside as they work their way up towards the corner, the first time Bred to Rule. 2 back in the field then to Live at Speed. Getting back also is Amazem, second to last Diamond Delight, and Hubie Hudson at the tail. So round the bend into the front straight, and showing the way out in front it's Ancient Moonlight. 2 lengths over Under the Mark, getting a nice run, the leaders back in the trail. Third the inside as they race through the front straight, Bred to Rule. 4 back the inside then is Live at Speed. Third to last on the inside Amazem. Second to last as they race up Diamond Delight, and Hubie Hudson at the tail. So down to the winning post they work, and from the 7 gate Ancient Moonlight show plenty of gate speed to show the way. Back on the inside then and getting a nice run is Under the Mark. Third the inside Bred to Rule. Getting back in the field is Live to Speed. Third to last still on the inside is Amazem. Second to last Diamond Delight, and Hubie Hudson looking to follow that runner forward from the tail. Out of a straight they work on towards the 1,000 metre mark, and still going along nicely it's Ancient Moonlight that shows the way. Under the Mark in the trail, running third Live at Speed. Creeping forward on the outside now to face the breeze would have been Diamond Delight, giving Hubie Hudson the trotter a nice cart forward, 1 out 1 back. Back on the inside is Live at Speed, and just to its outside is Amazem at the tail. Past the 800 metre mark as they work their way down the back straight. Ancient Moonlight going along boldly. Under the Mark the leaders back the inside, just to its outside facing the breeze is Diamond Delight. Hubie Hudson in the 1 by 1. Back on its inside as they work their way towards the end of the back straight would have been Bred to Rule. Just to its outside Amazem, and the last runner Live at Speed. The inside can see them all. Past the 500 metre mark, and Ancient Moonlight going along boldly too. 2 lengths to spare over Under the Mark. Diamond Delight struggling a wee bit on the outside. So also is Bred to Rule. Hubie Hudson looking to run on. Amazem taking off from the tail, and Live at Speed just to its inside. Up to the corner they run, an Ancient Moonlight. Oh, it's going pretty well. It's opened up 4 lengths over Under the Mark. Making late ground would have been Amazem down the outside with Diamond Delight, and further away Live at Speed and Hubie Hudson. But Ancient Moonlight up it comes. It's out in front by about 4 lengths as it races up towards the line, and Ancient Moonlight will lead all the way. Won it easily. Amazem second. They were followed in then by Under the Mark. Rattling home late Live at Speed. They were followed in by Hubie Hudson just to its inside Diamond Delight, and Bred to Rule back at the tail when they cross. But no doubt the winner, Ancient Moonlight, made a flyer from the outside gate and has led them all the way. Will go down to the line and win it impressively. The 6th, we'll just wait for the official wrap, but no doubt the winner, Ancient Moonlight. So, result of race 6, the CO Mobile over the 2,000 metres. First was 7 Ancient Moonlight for trainer-driver Ken Odgers. Second 4 Amazem. Third was 2 Under the Mark ahead of 3 Live at Speed. They ran the time in 2:34.8, last 800 56.2, last 400 28. That's a mile rate of 2:04.5, 2:04.5. The margins 4.5 lengths, 1 length, 3.5 lengths.
Let's race the CO Mobile Pace over the 2,000 metres. Art Union in 1. Carter's Cullen, Rainbow Hunter and Annalee. Nullarbor Nymph, and out wide the trotter King Kasler. Nearly there. Green light, they're racing. And out quickly Carter's Cullen. And also out smartly Annalee. They're the first 2. Rainbow Hunter. Wide on the track, they were followed by Nullarbor Nymph. Right behind them then would have been Art Union. And going back to be at clear last in the early part is the trotter King Kasler. Off the back they run, and in front is Carter's Cullen. Out by a length and a quarter, followed by Rainbow Hunter. 2 lengths back, third is Annalee. A length and a half Art Union. 2 further back, Nullarbor Nymph. And the last one, 2 lengths back, is King Kasler. They race round towards the straight, 1,500 metres left to run. And the leader, by a length and a quarter. Colours Cullen. Into the straight it runs, getting a lovely sit behind the leaders. Back is Rainbow Hunter. Annalee racing third. A length and a half then. They were followed by the next is Art Union, followed then by none more ninth, and last of all is Kincasler. They race down through the straight in Indian file, and in front is Carter's Cullen. Not a great deal of speed on. It's bowling along with ears pricked out by a length and a quarter. Hard up behind its back is Rainbow Hunter. Followed back third is Annalee, and there's Art Union coming off the markers now to go up on the outside. Is followed then by Nullarbor, Nymph and Kincasler. Round the turn out of the straight they go, just over 1,000 to go, and Art Union's moved up the Carter's Cullen, and the pace has clapped on, and Art Union's gone round to take over now, followed by Carter's Cullen, and a couple of lengths back third is Rainbow Hunter. Followed Annalee, a length and a half back, Nullarbor Nymph, and two back Kincasler, 800 to run. And in front is Art Union up by a length and a half, followed by Carter's Cullen over and trailing, a length and a half back third. They were followed by Rainbow Hunter, and then Annalee starting to move forward, followed then by Nullarbor Nymph, and 2 to 3 lengths back Kincasler. Off the back they run, 550 from home, and it's Art Union, Carter's Cullen. Going up now on the outside, they were followed, starting a move there is Annalee on the inside then, but just bottled away at the moment is going to be Rainbow Hunter. Outside of that, Nullarbor Nymph and a couple of lengths to Kincasler, turning for home, and Art Union will line them up well clear, out by about 3 or 4 lengths now, slipped away. Art Union has followed then, or he's left the others to find out the amount of money. This is all over. Art Union dashing away. Kincasler's coming smartly along the markers and wide on the track, Nullarbor Nymph, but down to the post, and Art Union, an easy winner. Art Union got home. Nullarbor Nymph got home for second. Kincasler third. They were followed. The others just battled. Headed him by Carter's Cullen outside that Annalee, and the last to go by was Rainbow Hunter. Just slipped away at the top of the straight, Art Union, and it's left the others to find out the amount of money, and it's bolted in. Art Union would dash away and win it easily, and Nullarbor Nymph getting home in a photo for second ahead of Kincasler. We'll confirm those numbers shortly. Race 7. Result of race 7, and Art Union, most impressive winner. Dexter Dunn was the driver. Art Union beat 5. Nullarbor Nymph. 6 ran third, Kincasler, ahead of 2 Carter's Cullen and number 4 Annalee. The winner's time was 2:35.8. The last half 57.5. The quarter 27.7, and the mile rate was 25.3. The margins 5 lengths, half a neck, and 3 lengths. That's the confirmed result of race 7. Into the back they run. Good line behind the mobile. Jacqueline in 1. Nearly there. Racing. Jacqueline began well. Murphy Brown a bit quicker out, and No Need and Emerald's going to burst out and hit the pair of them. Followed up then after those by Aries and over on the outside. Going around as Mr. Middle. Now just getting back a bit now. They were followed in the early part then by fairly well back Great Wacky Star, and going back the last to Steal a Grin. Off the back they run, and out in front now by about a length and a quarter, O'Need and Emerald, and that's followed then by Jacqueline about 3 lengths back. Murphy Brown is followed a couple further back then, back in about 4th spot now as they come round towards the straight entrance. We've got, or actually going ahead of Murphy Brown now, they're both in white caps, but Mr. Middle has landed in 3rd spot ahead of Murphy Brown, which has dropped back to 4th. They were followed about a length and a half back then by Aries, and after Aries, Grey Wacky Star and Steal a Grin is 2 lengths last. Coming down the straight now, just over a lap to go. O'Need and Emerald in front. O'Need and Emerald out by a length and a quarter. Jacqueline is running second. A length and a half back third, Mr. Middle. And then a couple of lengths further back then to Murphy Brown. Going around the outside, Grey Wacky Star. Getting onto its back, Stella Grin and Aries has gone back to last. Round the turn out of the straight, just over 1,000 metres left to run. And Need an Emerald, the leader, by a length and a quarter over Jacqueline. Going up now to sit parked out as Grey Wacky Star coming forward. And on the inside, Mr. Middle, followed by Stella Grin, one out, one back. And well buried back and on the markers now to Murphy Brown. It's lost its place. It's well back and outside at Aries. They race down the back straight, just over 700 to run. And Need an Emerald by about 3/4 to a length, the leader. Up on the outside, Grey Wacky Star. On the inside, Jacqueline, followed by Stella Grin. And then Mr. Middle, followed further back by Aries. Murphy Brown has gone back to last. 500 metres left to run. Need an Emerald by 3/4 of a length, the leader. Up on the outside, Grey Wacky Star, right behind the leader's back, but just labouring a bit at the moment is Jacqueline. And outside of that, coming towards the corner is Stella Grin, looking for a bit of racing room, Mr. Middle, round the corner, and they straighten up now. And in front, by a length and a half at the moment, we've got Need an Emerald, and on the inside, Jacqueline's battling on, coming down the outside. Stella Grin is starting to pick them up quickly. Need an Emerald getting tired, and Stella Grin's got it. Stella Grin's moved up on the outside, gets his nose in front, and Stella Grin will win it over Need an Emerald, and down the outside, flying into third, Murphy Brown. It's come from a long way back. Followed in photos by Jacqueline, and right beside Jacqueline, when they went past the post, would have been Mr. Middle, Grey Wacky Star, and the last to go by was Aries. Result of race 8, the C1 Mobile Pace, 7 the winner, Stella Grin. Stella Grin got home to win this. Ricky May the driver, and wore down number 5, Need an Emerald. 2 ran third, Murphy Brown. The fourth one was 6, Mr. Middle, ahead of 1, Jacqueline. So the winner, Stella Grin, has paced the journey in 2:32.6. 2:32.6 the time. The last half, 56.5. The quarter, 28.9. The mile rate was 2.8. Half ahead, 3/4, 1.5 lengths the margins. That's the result of race 8. And, 5th edition, down on the inside, Tom's in Charge and Cyclone Kiwi, only for you. And Elios has drawn the outside. Into the back they run. Down to the start. Green light, they're off. And the field away and stepping well would have been only for you. And wide out Elios. They're the smartest 2 away, going out with them. They were followed through on the inside then by Cyclone Kiwi. Now dropping back a bit. 5th edition has gone back to second last, and last is Tom's in Charge. Off the back they come, only for you is going to hold the lead. And Elios, there was plenty of room to drop over and get some cover. So it's in trailing the leader. Cyclone Kiwi 2 lengths back third, followed by 5th edition. 2 to 3 lengths back. Last of all is Tom's in Charge. Round the turn into the straight, 1,500 metres left to run. And in front is only for you. And it's out by a length and a half. Running second, Elios getting a lovely sit. Cyclone Kiwi third, 2 lengths back in the blue cap, 5th edition. And the tail ender is Tom's in Charge. They come down the straight, 1,300 metres from home. And in front is still only for you. It's up by a length and a quarter. In the trail is Elios. Followed back third, a length and a half back is Cyclone Kiwi. Second, the last 5th edition. And the last one is Tom's in Charge, about 6 lengths from the leader. Round the turn out of the straight, they run 1,100 to go. And the leader is only for you. Out by a length and a half. Elios trails the leader. Running third, they were followed Cyclone Kiwi. 2 lengths back behind them, 5th edition. And a length and a half to Tom's in Charge. Into the back they run. They go onto the 900 metre pole. And it's only for you, up by a length and a half. Followed in the trail by Elios, running third. Cyclone Kiwi comes off the pegs now to go up on the outside. Past the 800, a couple of lengths further back, 5th edition. And Tom's in Charge is going to go through on the inside. They race down the back, bunching up. And in front by about a length and a quarter, only for you. And Cyclone Kiwi's ranged up outside the leader's wheel. 600 to run. On the inside, Elios is followed a length away. away on the outside by 5th edition. Last on the inside, Thompson Charge. Off the back they run. 450 from home, and the leader still on the inside. We've got Only For You, but only narrowly. Cyclone Kiwi right there. Elios waiting for the passing lane, coming wide 5th edition, and further back Thompson Charge. They swing the corner now into the straight, and the leader on the inside is still, but it's hard at work. The leader Only For You, and coming at it now, we've got Cyclone Kiwi and bursting through Elios, and it's Only For You, but Elios is grabbing it now. Elios has got through on the inside to win it. Elios will beat Only For You and Cyclone Kiwi wide on the track, 5th edition, and the last to go by was Thompson Charge. Elios along the inside is the winner here. Number 5, Elios, will beat Only For You, and Cyclone Kiwi right there boxing on, and not far away 5th edition. We'll have the official results shortly after the 9th, the C2 and Faster Mobile Pace. Have the result of race 9 now, and 5 Elios the winner. Elios driven by John Dunn. Second home was number 4 Only For You. 3 ran third Cyclone Kiwi. Fourth home was 1 5th edition, ahead of number 2 Thompson Charge. The winner's time 2:29 exactly. Last half 55.9. 27.4 was the quarter, and the mile rate was 1:59.9. with margins a neck, 1.5 lengths, 1 3/4 lengths. That's the result of race 9.
On the inside, so 2,000 metres ahead of them. Anna Laziza down on the inside. Boomer about to come forward in its position 2. Valmara drawn 3 beside that. B4 to Fires drawn 4. Further out on the track, Captain Thunderjet, Rocker Hula Arden. Looks like they're going to walk around again. Another gear adjustment there with the 8 Smooth Linda, and also Valmara. So just some slight adjustments there. So we're going to turn around again, this time down on the inside. Anna Laziza. Boomer's turning around in barrier position 2. Valmara stands ready. B4 to Fire. Captain Thunderjet yet to turn around, drawn barrier 5. Rocker Hula Arden coming forward with Shani Vale, and Smooth Linda starting on the outside of the 8. So just Captain Thunderjet to turn around. Rocker Hula Arden just hanging back a bit the centre. Anna Laziza stands ready on the inside. B4 to Fire just backing out a line. Boomer's on his toes, the barriers fly, they're away and racing. Boomer came out in a bit of a bobble but settled down shortly after. Valmara made a safe beginning, and so also was the next runner on the outside, Rocker Hula Arden. They were followed through then by Anna Laziza. Just to its outside was its stablemate then Captain Thunderjet. 2 back in the field to the next runner, Smooth Linda. Settling well back in the field now is Rocker Hula Arden. It was a B4 to Fire that missed the start completely. So the leader out in front as they race down the first couple of 100 metres. It's Boomer that shows the way. Out in front, 2 lengths clear over Valmara, running second in the trail. Then came Shani Vale, another 2 back in the field, then to Anna Laziza. It's followed through by its stablemate Captain Thunderjet. Smooth Linda's gone roughly on the first corner. It's galloping back through the field. Safely getting past it was Rocker Hula Arden, and forget about the other runner, B4 to Fire. So down through the front straight they run, and Boomer shows the way. Out in front, 2 lengths clear over Valmara, running second. The leaders back, Shani Vale third. They were followed through then by Anna Laziza. 2 back to Captain Thunderjet. Another 3 lengths back then to Rocker Hula Arden as they get down to the winning post with a circuit to run. Smooth Linda slowly catching ground after a gallop, and B4 to Fire completely out of it. So out of a straight they run where Boomer shows the way. 2 lengths over Valmara getting a nice run. The leaders back, Shani Vale third the inside. They're all racing away on the inside. They were followed through then by Anna Laziza, getting back to Captain Thunderjet, second to last of the bunch. Rocker Hula Arden can see them all. There's only 3 lengths away now to Smooth Linda, and further away to B4 to Fire. So down through the back straight they run, and Boomer's out in front as they get down to the 800 metre mark. 2 lengths over Valmara, running second on the leaders back was Shani Vale, now creeping away from the inside. That allows Anna Laziza to get through on its inside. They were followed forward then by Captain Thunderjet, although just coming off the inside there was Anna Laziza. Going through underneath it was Rocker Hula Arden, and there's 5 lengths away to the tail of Smooth Linda. But the leader is Boomer, now being attacked on the outside by Shani Shani Vale. Back on the inside is Valmara. It's had every chance in the trail. They were followed forward on the outside then by Anna Laziza. Captain Thunderjet going around the outside 3 wide as they pass the 400 metre mark. Back on the inside, Rockahula Arden is 3 lengths away then to Smooth Linda. They race up towards the corner and Boomer and Shani Vale. They turn first. Valmara now splitting the pair in between. Runners wider out. Captain Thunderjet. The leader Boomer on the inside. Coming after it is Valmara. Wider out on the track. Shani Vale and Captain Thunderjet down the outside. Valmara still in front trying to come after it is Shani Vale, and through on the inside Rockahula Arden, but Shani Vale going home the better, and Shani Vale will just get there over Valmara. Through on the inside Rockahula Arden made up solid ground. They were followed in by Anna Laziza. Just to its outside Captain Thunderjet, the early leader Boomer last of the bunch. There was a gap then to Smooth Linda, and B4 Defile was out of it from the word go. But I think on the outside Shani Vale will get there all right, come away from the inside with about 800 to go, and has proved just a bit too tough over Valmara and Rockahula Arden back on the inside, making late ground for third. So, result of race 10, the CO Pace, 2,000 metres. First was 7, Shani Vale, trained and driven by Glenn Gillard. Second, 3, Valmara. Ahead of the 6, Rockahula Arden, and 1, Anna Laziza, the fourth across. Winning time 237.4, 237.4, last 800 60.2, last 400 29.9. That's a mile rate of 206.6. The margins are short neck, half a neck, 2 1/4 lengths.
Love, Natural, Summer Vacation, Christmas Lily, Always Away, and 12 Monkeys, Villaran, Henley Park and Willie Shine. It's a good line, 2,600 metres. They're racing, and the field away, Summer Vacation, step well. And just in a wee bit of a break out of the middle there was Always Away. 12 Monkeys has made a great beginning, and it's charging up to join the leaders. A little wider on the track, also getting around is Henley Park. Up handy too is Natural. It's followed through on the inside by Moment of Love. And then there's a gap of 3 or 4 lengths back then to Villaran. Well back Willie Shine also. Well back at this stage. Christmas Lilies missed the start a bit. And after that early gallop, Always Away's the tail ender. Round the bend out of the straight now, and 12 Monkeys off stride. It went into a break, and this has left the leader well clear, Summer Vacation, and it's up by about 3 or 4 lengths now. Natural second, Moment of Love is third. A couple of lengths away, they were followed by the next then is Henley Park, and then there's a gap of 3 to Villaran. 5 lengths back now to 12 Monkeys. It's got going again. And then there's a long gap now to Christmas Lily. Well back, Always Away. And Willie Shine has broken up. Has gone right back to last. They race into the back now, just on 1,800 metres left to run. And in front by 2 lengths now, Summer Vacation leads them off the back straight. Getting a lovely sit behind the leader's back is Natural. Moment of Love is third, about a length and a half back then to Henley Park. 2 to Villaran. Right at the back of the bunch is 12 Monkeys, and the others look to be out of it. Well back Christmas Lily, and also well back behind that now. They were followed further back then by Always Away, and tailed right off now is Willie Shine. Round the turn into the straight they run, and as they wheel them with 1,400 metres left to run, and the trot field led down through the straight by Summer Vacation and Light Rain, and it's up by about a length and a quarter. Summer Vacation the leader, right behind its back. And getting every chance is Natural, followed by Moment of Love third. A length and a half back. Fourth is going to be Henley Park, and Henley Park is followed 2 lengths back then by Villaran. After Villaran then to 12 Monkeys at the back of the bunch. The others are closing, but they're 8 or 9 lengths back, headed by Christmas Lily, and well back Always Away. Round the turn out of the straight, just over 1,000 metres left to run. And in front is still Summer Vacation, up by about a length and a half. Summer Vacation the leader, takes them down the back straight now, followed by trailing is Natural. Moment of Love has followed Henley Park, and then Villaran and 12 Monkeys. That's the bunch, and 10 lengths back to the others, headed by Christmas Lily. Down inside the 800 metres they go, and in front by about a length and a half, Summer Vacation takes them down the back straight now, and right behind the leaders back is Natural, and that's followed by Moment of Love. Villaran's on a forward run. 12 Monkeys onto its back, and back in the inside then, just battling a bit at the moment is Henley Park off the back, 500 from home, and the leader, Summer Vacation. Villaran's ranged up outside its wheel, and running third there, Natural, and then Moment of Love. Further back then, were followed by Henley Park. Forget the others. Coming around the last bend now, 300 metres left to run, and Summer Vacation will turn for home in front. Throwing out the challenge now, Villaran, but it might be just starting to struggle a bit. Natural battling on, getting up on the inside, Henley Park, but down the straight, and the leader, Summer Vacation, out by a length and a half, and holding them at bay at the moment. Henley Park and Natural, they're finding out the minor money, but getting there all right is Summer Vacation, and closing on the line, Natural, but Summer Vacation's led all the way to beat Natural. Third was Henley Park, fourth was Moment of Love, and then Villaran dropped out of it after a long gap then to Always Away and Christmas Lily and 12 Monkeys, and tailed right off was Willie Shine. There's the CO Trot, and that's led all the way, Summer Vacation, driven by Tim Trathan. Summer Vacation has led all the way to win the CO Trot. We'll have the official wrap for you shortly after race 11. Result of the CO Trot, race 11. The winner, number 3, Summer Vacation, and all the way winner. Tim Trathan was the trainer driver. Number 2, second, Natural. 8, Henley Park, third, ahead of One Moment of Love. And the fifth one was number 7, Villaran. The time, 3:31.8. The last half, 60.6. They run that last quarter in 29.7. The mile rate was 2:11.1. And those margins were 3/4 by 1 1/4. That's the official result of race 11, the CO Trot. They're racing. Elmer Hanover began safely off the 30 metres. Best out on the inside, Billy Jack, and a good beginning by Davy Gunn, though, has joined it. It's followed there back third, 2 lengths back, Riverboat Gracie, and Elmer Hanover is starting to gather them in pretty quickly. Still about 4 lengths or back, but as they pass the judge and go to the front is Davy Gunn. Davy Gunn now by about 2 lengths. Is followed then over in training as they race round the turn out of the straight as Billy Jack ahead of Riverboat Gracie, and only 2 to Elmer Hanover. So with 2,200 metres left to run, Davy Gunn's just sneaking away a bit. It's out by about 2.5 lengths. Running second, getting a good trail is Billy Jack, a couple of lengths to Riverboat Gracie, and 1.5 lengths to Elmer Hanover. And the run down the back now with just on 2,000 metres left to run, and the leader by just over 2 lengths now is Davy Gunn. Davy Gunn leading. Billy Jack gets the trail. It's followed 1.5 lengths back by Riverboat Gracie, and there's a couple further back then to Elmer Hanover. Off the back they run, and they race down to the 1800, and Davy Gunn's the leader, out by 1.5 lengths. Running second, Billy Jack is followed 2 lengths back then in third place by Riverboat Gracie, and the tail ender is Elmer Hanover at this stage. Down the side they run, and they head down to the 1600, and still in command is Davy Gunn out by 1.5 lengths. Enjoying the trail is Billy Jack, 1.5 lengths back in third place is Riverboat Gracie, and Elmer Hanover yet to move at the tail of the field, coming into the straight. Just over 1,400 metres left to run, and it's Davy Gunn out by 1.25 lengths. Here's Elmer Hanover now. So the back markers rushing around the outside, and looks as though we'll be in front at a moment. Elmer Hanover's gone up to join Davy Gunn now. Gets its head in front. Goes clear at the winning post with a lap to go. 1,200 to run. So Elmer Hanover's looped the field, and he's gone round to take up the running. Davy Gunn has now dropped back to the trailing spot. It's followed a length and a half back by Billy Jack, and Riverboat Gracie goes back to last. Round the turn out of the straight they run. They're on the last lap now, just over 1,000 metres to go, and the leader is Elmer Hanover. Elmer Hanover out by a length and a quarter. Running second, Davy Gunn. 2 lengths away, third, Billy Jack, and a length and a half to Riverboat Gracie. They race down the back straight now, just over 800 metres from home. And the leader is Elmer Hanover, out by a length and a quarter. Davy Gunn right on the back of the leader. A length and a half back third. They were followed by Billy Jack. And just getting a reminder at the back there is Riverboat Gracie. Down the back past the 700 metres they run. And still Elmer Hanover, out by a length and a half now. Off the back it runs. Second spot is Billy Jack, a couple of lengths further back, or just up ahead of that though is Davy Gunn. So Davy Gunn's the one on the back of the leader. Billy Jack is 2 lengths away, and Riverboat Gracie coming down the side. 400 metres left to run, and it's Elmer Hanover. No good thing here, and coming off its back and going up the joint quickly. Davy Gunn turning for home now. Elmer Hanover and Billy Gunn and Davy Gunn. Davy Gunn right behind them. Billy Jack, they race down the straight now. And the leader is Elmer Hanover. Class starting to tell, is it? No, Davy Gunn still challenging and getting its head in front. Davy Gunn's going to outfinish Elmer Hanover. Davy Gunn, too good. Wins by 3/4. Beat Elmer Hanover and third Billy Jack. And then there's a bit of a gap back to Riverboat Gracie at the back of the field. So Davy Gunn has got home to win this. Number 4. Davy Gunn came off the leader's back, coming towards the corner, ranged up, hit the lead, and it's come away to win it. Davy Gunn will beat Elmer Hanover and third Billy Jack. We'll have the official result shortly after race 12. And the result of race 12, and a good one here by number 4, Davy Gunn. Davy Gunn, the winner, driven by Dexter Dunn, came off the back of Elmer Hanover and got up to wear it down. Davy Gunn, the winner. Elmer Hanover second, the back marker. One was third, Billy Jack. The fourth one was number 2, Riverboat Gracie. The time, 3:26.4. Last half, 58.5. The quarter, 27.6. A mile rate of 27.7, with margins a length, 3 lengths and 10 lengths. That's the result of race 12.
The front row markers, 20 metres to O'Nova, Forever Man and Gregory R back there with it. Those two, Forever Man and Gregory R, both unruly. So Starter has his hand in the air. They're away and racing down on the inside. Lisa Marie P was a stride, slow to begin. All Lit Up was one of the quickest out. Also beginning well on the outside was Gunsight Pass. They were followed through by O'Nova. Made a quick beginning from 20 metres. It rushes up into third just ahead of Lisa Marie P. Gregory R's also scooting forward on the outside, and Forever Man just to its inside at the tail. So working up the first bend now, and the leader is All Lit Up, but Gregory R's going around the outside to take it on. Back on the inside then is Gunsight Pass. They were followed through by O'Nova. Second to last is Lisa Marie P, and Forever Man settles at the rear. So Gregory R going up on the outside of All Lit Up. And just as I say that, he's gone for a gallop, Gregory R, so he's drifting back through the field, leaving All Lit Up out in front. So All Lit Up shows the way, 2 lengths clear over Gunsight Pass, running second. The leader's back. O'Nova third the inside, 2 lengths back in the field, then to Lisa Marie P, the same margin back to Forever Man, and getting going again now at the tail would have been Gregory R. So racing their way down through the back straight, and out in front it's All Lit Up that shows the way, 2 lengths over the second runner, going nicely enough in the trail at this stage is Gunsight Pass, third the inside O'Nova. They were followed back in the field then by Lisa Marie P. Second to last is Forever Man, and Gregory R after that tangle now settles at the rear. But the leader out in front going along nicely is All Lit Up. 2 lengths over Gunsight Pass second as they race their way across the top the first time round. Third the inside is O'Nova. 2 back in the field then to Lisa Marie P. Still second to last is Forever Man, and Gregory R at the rear. So round the bend into the front straight, and All Lit Up it shows the way for Justin Smith. A length over the inside runner, which was Gunsight Pass. 2 back on the inside then to O'Nova, followed back in the field then by Lisa Marie P. Still single file the order. Second to last is Forever Man, and Gregory R at the tail. So up through the front straight, and All Lit Up going along as it races down to the winning post with a circuit to run. Gunsight Pass second, the leader's back with O'Nova running third. Still nothing breaking the line. Lisa Marie P back in the field, second to last Forever Man, and still last of the bunch bunches Gregory R. Out of a straight as they work their way on towards the 1,000 metre mark, and it's still lit up, all lit up, that shows the way. A length to spare on the inside from Gunsight Pass. O'Nova third the inside. Lisa Marie P still back in the field, second to last Forever Man, and still Gregory R at the tail. No changes as they work their way down through the back straight, getting on to the 800 metre mark, and still all lit up, that shows the way. Back on the inside it's Gunsight Pass with O'Nova, three back the fence. Coming around the outside now is Forever Man. O'Nova creeps away in front of it to work to the outside. Getting underneath runners was Lisa Marie P, and back to the tail Gregory R. All lit up out in front, about 3 lengths clear now. O'Nova looks a distinct threat, racing forward on the outside to pass Gunsight Pass. 2 back in the field, then on the outside Forever Man with Lisa Marie P, and back to the tail is Gregory R. It's still all lit up as they go past the 400 metre mark. Working up on its outside is O'Nova to be within a half length of the leader. There's about 4 lengths back then to Gunsight Pass. Making ground from the tail is Gregory R, and splitting runners would have been Forever Man, but into the straight and still all lit up. O'Nova coming to it on the outside, a gap back to the others, headed up by Forever Man. Still all lit up. O'Nova trying to pick it up on the outside, further away Gregory R making up late ground, but all lit up's going well. O'Nova can't pick it up, and all lit up will race down towards the line and win it easily. All lit up got there. Gregory R may have got up on the outside for second, just in front of O'Nova. The other 3 were in a line. They were followed in by All Lit Up on its inside Gunsight Pass, and just to its outside Forever Man. But the winner of race 13 will be All Lit Up. It'll lead all the way for Justin and Lynn Smith, just in front of a close finish between Gregory R the outside and O'Nova just to its inside. We'll get the official wrap on race 13 in just a moment. So result race 13, special handicap trot over the 2,600 metres. First was 2 All Lit Up, Lynn and Justin Smith, the trainers. Justin doing the driving. Second, 6 Gregory R. Third was 4 O'Nova ahead of 1 Lisa Marie P. The winner's time 3:30.9, last 800 58.7, 58.7, last 400 29.5. A mile rate of 2:10.5, the margins 3 1/4 lengths, half ahead 2 1/4 lengths.
So at the start here, 2,000 metres, the workout learners, Kia Kaha, Tiny Dancer and Little Line Man. They're racing, and the field away and down on the inside. The best out was Kia Kaha, but Tiny Dancer's going up the joint. Now, Little Line Man has just blown the start a bit. It's lost about 5 or 6 lengths early. And as they sort out coming out of the back straight of the 2 stablemates together, with Tiny Dancer going around to take over. So Tiny Dancer has the lead now. Kia Kaha's dropped back 2 or 3 lengths, and another 3 back then to Little Line Man. Coming down the side, just on 1,600 metres left to run, and Tiny Dancer's gone clear. It's up by 5 lengths now. Running second, Kia Kaha, and a length and a half back then to Little Line Man as the field comes round the turn into the straight in this workout learners heat. And the leader by about 2 to 3 lengths now is Tiny Dancer. Tiny Dancer leads them down through the straight. Kia Kaha running second, and a length and a half back third, Little Line Man. No change in the order down through the straight. They run 1,300 metres from home, and it's Tiny Dancer clear in front. It's out by about 3 lengths now, followed by Kia Kaha. And it's just pacing a bit roughly. Now it's pacing a bit better. Just inclined to throw its head around a bit earlier, but settles a bit better now. It's about 2 lengths back behind its stablemate, and a length and a half further back. Then third is Little Line Man. Round the turn out of the straight they run, and they have just over 1,000 metres to go. And the leader, Tiny Dancer, out by a length and a half. Second, Kia Kaha. 2 lengths away, third, Little Line Man. They go down the back straight past the 900 pole. And Tiny Dancer is clear. Out by a length and a half. Down the back they run, and they get down to the half mile now. And it's Tiny Dancer going clear again. Out by just over 2 lengths. And here's Little Line Man coming around the outside. On the inside, the Kia Kaha. So down the back they run, and the leader still is Tiny Dancer. A length and 3/4 clear. Little Line Man has moved up on the outside, and on the inside then to Kia Kaha. Off the back they come, And in front is Tiny Dancer. Getting closer though is Little Lion Man. He sprints up to be a neck away. And they've dropped the other one. Kia Kaha, it's dropped back by about 4 lengths. Inside the 400, the home bend coming up. And the leader, Tiny Dancer. Right with it over on the outside, Little Lion Man, 4 or 5 lengths back then. Third is Kia Kaha turning for home. Into the straight. And it's Tiny Dancer on the inside, tackled now by Little Lion Man the outside. And these two are at it. And head and head, stride for stride. And on the outside, Little Lion Man coming at Tiny Dancer. Tiny Dancer, but Little Lion Man's doing better. Little Lion Man has got home to win it. And we'll get there by about a head, I'd say. Second home on the inside was Tiny Dancer. And then there's a gap of 10 or so lengths back to Kia Kaha at the back of the field. Now, the official result of the Workout Learners Heat, the last on the program, 3 Little Lion Man, the winner. Good performance, too, after blowing the start. The 3-year-old gelding by Better's Delight, trained by Philip Vermeulen, and Matt Purvis was the winning driver. Second was 2 Tiny Dancer. 1 Kia Kaha finished third. The time was 2:47.8. The last half in exactly 60 seconds. 29 the quarter. The mile rate was 2:15. 2:15. The margins are neck and 12 lengths. That wraps the program here at Rangiora. Good afternoon to you all.